Hi, it's Sunday, September the 8th, and I'm standing just outside Little Clarendon Street, facing it from Walton Crescent, the other side of Walton Street. And today is the day that St Giles Fair does its setting up. This is why the road here is closed and why a lot of other city centre roads are closed. It's about 11:30 in the morning, and I'm going to walk round the fair area and see what is being done now in the way of setting up. I don't know whether any of them will be here yet or whether it'll happen later in the day. Oh yes, I can see at least one. I'm going to use the word construction. I think it's a stall, blue outside and sort of orangey inside. Halfway up Little Clarendon Street. And I'd say it's a good morning for this sort of work. It's bright, not raining, but fairly cool with a mild breeze. Carry away the sweat if you're hefting around heavy pieces of Fairground equipment. Looks like a food stall. I'm sure I can see the word cappuccino. And crepe. None of these will be serving or selling today, even if they are completely set up. The fair begins officially tomorrow morning, Monday, after a speech by the Lord Mayor. There may be a church service tonight on or near one of the roundabouts. They used to have a little procession to the roundabout end of the fair, which was down in that direction, and hold a service on the steps of one of the galloping horses, which was a classic, maybe Pettigrew's roundabout, about 100 years old. That particular roundabout has been retired because parts couldn't be found to repair it, and I don't think the skills could be found to repair it either. And I don't know whether they still have the procession or the service. I looked in the church, but there was nothing about it. So the traffic marshals are just adjusting the barriers. Now, normally traffic is closed from quite a way further out, and it may be that there's another set of barriers, or that they'll be pushed back later on. So before looking at the fair, I'm going to look at the traffic barriers. Oh yes. I can see I'm walking along Woodstock Road northwards, and I can see another set of barriers up by Observatory Street. So there are no scheduled buses down here, though there does seem to be a tourist coach. And they're even closing off the cycle route, which seems a bit excessive. Now I'm up by Observatory Street and St Anne's College. That's St Anne's. That's St Anthony's College. Okay, well that's the end of the diversion apparently. Up there. And it looks from the speed of the driving as though the driver wasn't quite sure what to do, but they've turned out of the usual route. Actually, I don't think this is all to do with the fair. Looks like a construction site. Project. Bloody hell, a pigeon almost got me then. Project Risk Board. Bivington Road. Underground services, including uncharted services. Control measures. Permit to break ground in place. Bivington Road. Working around trees. Control measures. Toolbox and hand dig only around tree roots. brackets. I can't quite read it. Bevington Road, open trenches, control measures, barriers around trenches. Bevington Road, hazard, presence of tar, I think that is, tar-contaminated material. Control measures, controlled waste, segregation. And then there's something about live permits and near miss of the week. Near miss of the week, well, makes it sound like a game. I suppose you could make quite a nice board game out of this. Have a different near miss every week, like a Monopoly chance card. I'll have to suggest it to Thirsty Meeples, the shop the board game cafe that I looked at yesterday in Gloucester Green. Right, so I'm going to go down the road and onto Banbury Road, and there'll probably be traffic measures there too for the fair. Looks as though the construction may have something to do with St Anne's College, because this is St Anne's premises. So this is definitely a diversion due to the fair and not due to construction. So they're sending the traffic that would normally go straight ahead round to the left.
We've gone from pavement. Oh my God.
Diverted traffic being sent back to normal, I think. So from here on, the fair takes over. People are being allowed to drive to the old parsonage, which is a hotel on the right. And from here I can see that there's actually quite a lot of fair already set up. Fudge and something or other snakes. I think that's fudge, probably toffee, and jelly snakes. And there's a little man built out of licorice all sorts. They have these old-fashioned sweet stalls that still sell things like humbugs. Yeah, jelly snakes, fudge, toffee, giant strawberries, presumably not real ones, and something mixture, probably dolly mixture. And for people that don't know dolly mixture, it's sort of miniature cubes and balls made out of largely coloured sugar, I suppose, or maybe marzipan, that in theory you buy and give to your dolls when you have a doll's tea party and similar. Or at least you can use it for such. I think it is actually intended for the kids to eat rather than their dolls to eat. I mean, it's for real eating, not pretend eating. I'm not getting this across very well. Now, I'm not sure whether that is a very tall fairground ride or a crane. I think it's a fairground ride. Actually, I realised why I was a bit confused about dolly mixtures. It's intrusive memories from the time I was given a toy shop for Christmas. The toy shop contained various toy goods, including a set of toy sweets which were edible. And I think I ate them. In fact, I know I ate them. That's the old parsonage, the hotel. And now it's basically Fairground stalls and the stallholders transport. This is why so much parking has had to be suspended. There's an awful lot of extra stuff that needs parking somewhere. This is one of those old-fashioned sweet stalls.
I'll get the chair out. I'll get the chair out juvenile. Shut on there.
So of course they have children's rides as well as rides for adults, and they tend to be smaller and often featuring the sort of thing you'd find in popular children's books, such as Thomas the Tank Engine. And speaking of Thomas the Tank Engine, did you know that the author was one of the famous people to come out of Oxford? The Reverend A.W. Awdry is an alumnus of St. Peter's College, or as it was when he left St. Peter's Hall. Bungee. Actually, I have met the person who founded bungee jumping, and he is an Oxford University graduate too. David Kirk. He set up the Oxford University Dangerous Sports Club, or Dangerous Sports Society, and I can't remember exactly what they did as well as bungee jumping, but I seem to remember at least one advert for something like having tea on the rim of Mount Etna. This will be one of those octopus rides with arms that unfold as the speed gets up. Donald Duck. North Pole. I haven't seen that sort of ride before. Make you as cold as possible, I suppose, and plenty of dry ice.
Andrew, thank you.
I suppose that's a puffin. Do puffins like it that cold? Hell's Gate. Crip. Safety notice. This is a high-speed thrill ride. Keep arms and legs inside the car. Do not ride if you are pregnant or you have head, neck or back condition or you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Do not stand up. Do not attempt to get on or off while the ride is in motion. No smoking. This ride uses strobe lighting. Height restrictions may apply. Secure your valuables. We cannot be held responsible for the loss of cash, keys or mobile phones, etc. These warnings are provided for your safety. Please take notice of these and any verbal warnings given. And this is how you feel once you get off the ride. That's probably also how you feel. You must be at least this tall to ride. Yeah, I'm that tall. It comes up to my hips. I like the keep arms and legs inside the car bit. I presume the idea is that the ride is so violent that one of them might fall off, in which case you have to grab hold of it before it leaves the car and hits the ground. Somebody steals it. German sausage, donuts, waffles and crepe. Another octopus. It always seems incongruous to see these amongst the foliage. And this is nothing to do with the fair, but I love this style of lamp post. It looks really nice when dusk is falling at about 7:30, or dawn is coming up on May morning. The delicate curves blend in with the half light. Vortex, extreme speed. That's something called Storm, and I think that's what I thought might be a crane earlier. So I have to hand it to the fair people. It looks as though they've already done most of their setting up. Just heard one of them say, well, we should be all right. We've got some new stuff coming. I couldn't work out what that meant for a moment, because there's a letter G hidden behind the bar, and from here it says G on it, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think there's a T further on, which is hidden. I think that is one of the Fairground cafes that actually is open, rather than Green's Cafe on the pavement. Yes, it is. It's the fair's snack bar. Rifles and crossbows. Okay, well, from anybody who is from outside Britain, those are what we like to put on our food. I'm pretty sure I can see a bottle of either Heinz salad cream or Heinz mayonnaise, and a bottle of brown sauce, and something that's a sort of beige colour that I don't know what it is, and some salt and a bottle of tomato sauce, amongst other things. Yet another octopus. Ferris wheel. I don't know what that is, but I think the intention is to make it look as though NASA built it. The sweetest place on earth. There's another traditional sweet stall. Candy floss, marshmallows, flying saucers, toffee apples, cold drinks, popcorn, nougat and slush. Funhouse. There's the big wheel. And that's St Giles facing north. Oh, I see. The association here is with bullseyes. rifle range. Tin Can Alley. The Jungle Adventure over there. Hook a duck, prize every time. Snowball Smash. Rifle shooting. Cold drinks. Churros. Tin Can Alley again. I just thought, is that something to do with a row of tins that you set up and then shoot down one by one? Shark attack. There are the sharks. I'm wondering what happened to coconut shies. In the books that I read as a kid, such as the Williams stories, there were always coconut shies at fairs, and I haven't seen one here yet. Maybe coconuts are protected species now? Tour bus. Mickey Mouse tour bus. Frogget. Don't stand back, give it a whack. There are the frogs. Diesel engines, swans, dogs. Oof. That's sweet. Cars. From the film, I mean. Krakauer sausages. Bavarian Swing Grill Company. And the fair spills over into adjoining streets. So Beaumont Street,
we had we was pulling down young one. Carried spring, undone the tank, and let the tank come down, and flushed down the bottom, and put us in about 3 inches of water, right? We're just pulling down.
And St Giles splits here, and there'll be stalls down this side too.
But it doesn't help that he was from Paris, so he's
Noise. Now they're a famous name in roundabouts. It may be that what I originally referred to as Pettigrews, the roundabout that they used to have the service on, the galloping horses, was in fact a noise.
Hayırdır arkadaşlar, bak bir şey söyleyeyim. Hay Allah. Hay Allah.
The good, the bad and the cuddly.
Quello che si può fare eventualmente è che possiamo fare un weekend di 3 giorni, almeno un anno, magari come fare un posto, cioè andare in macchina, uno si prende un po' i posti in persona, magari passa una giornata a vedere qualcosa e poi per lunedì sei sul lago,
We don't normally get such a clear view of this street because it's full of buses.
Per Matteo, per Matteo, per Master, come si chiama? A Tirino, là, sì, là.
All you knock off the shelf, you win. No leaning over. Thai noodles. Chips. Red's Grill House. Candy Floss Crepe Donut.
But yeah, so it was a bit of a shame because I actually thought it was going to be fairly interesting.
Normally, this church, Mary Magdalene, has a charity stall and a book sale inside the church, but that probably won't be seen until tomorrow. I don't suppose they'd leave anything out tonight.
Signing up and quitting. And yeah.
Best burger.
500 years ago.
Yeah, well, they should have in that space there.
So that is St Giles Fair. I'll have more video later.